Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, we're just one. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think there's the drums thing was okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the meet and greet for Black Diamond Awards 2024. My name is Shadia Ahibe. I call myself the manager for Black Diamond Awards. I'm sure everybody has heard from me. I'm either sending emails or I'm following up by text or whichever way it works, because I come to find out that different ways work for different people. But the most important thing is that we communicate. It's great to have you here today. We have some of our recipients that are not able to make it today, last minute issues. One of them called and said one of the students was shot. I think, you know, a lot of shootings went on in Toronto in the last couple of days, was shot, and she's devastated. Another one is in the hospital, and she's not able to be able to make it today. I know one traveled. So, but the show must go on, so we know that those that are able to make it, we truly appreciate. And I've sent greetings to all those that were not able to make it. We appreciate every single person. It was nice meeting you all at the event on August 9, but we didn't really have time to actually mingle together. So we thought that it would be a good idea to have a kind of networking event with our recipients. We're hoping that today, it's not a formal event, it's an informal event, although we're sitting formally at the table, but that works. You can come in, sir. So it's informal, even though we're sitting at the table, but you know, when we want to eat, we have to eat at the table. That's the best way for us to be able to enjoy our meal. So we welcome everyone. We'll welcome everyone. You all know about Black Diamond Awards. It's an event whereby people are recognized for their resilience going through things in life. It's not an awards that is just awards, just people just like you and just give you an award. It's an award that is supposed to let other people that may think that life is too hard or things cannot get better, to hear the story of other people and see that if this person can do it, they can also do it. That is what it's all about. And everyone that was recognized, we appreciate your presence, and we thank you for everything. I'm going to call on Reverend Chooks now to give us some words as we continue this event. It's Reverend Chooks for you, those that don't know.
Well, this is not a day for praise the Lord, so don't panic. I'm not going to start preaching. It's my privilege and honor to have this event happen. Lots of things happened that could have postponed it. As a matter of fact, at some point I'm saying, do we postpone it? And some people say, no, the show must go on. I thought it was a good thing that we are going on. The whole idea is to get to meet each other more and get to know each other, because it was a big rowdy event, and if care is not taken, we're never going to get to meet again. So we thought we're going to have this small event where we're just going to be us. And at some point, I'm going to be calling on people to tell us about them. The last time we didn't get to hear a lot about what you do, and where you are with things, your next steps, and your ideas, where you're going. We're going to share our ideas as well with you, where we are with things, where we are going with things. And perhaps something will click that we can see the synergy that might assist in doing greater and bigger things going forward. We do know that there's a lot of skill among the people recognized. You may have been recognized for one aspect, but we know there are a lot of other things. There are men of many parts and women of many parts. So we want to explore that and see what you've got happening and where you're going with it. I will think this will happen much later when we have more people coming, but I had decided we get on with it so that we can start eating, and if we run out of food before they come in, we say, sorry, you're late. We were too hungry and we ate everything. So by all means, just know that this is a kind of meet and greet session, and feel free to speak to anyone, and at some point we're going to do the introductions. The reason I want to postpone that is that if we do it now, we might do it again, so that we can get on with eating, and when we have people running late coming, then if we start the introduction, we don't need to do it twice, so that after that we can kind of interact and see what we can get happening together, working together and reaching out with one another. I am dying to say something in my mind that I want to do next, but I'll hold it. I have to hold it. I can see we have a lot of good things happening and a lot of good things coming. So we have the dinner here, and it's going to be serve yourself. And there's no particular order. If you're very hungry, go first. Maybe that was the wrong thing to say. Okay, if you're not hungry, go first. Somebody's not hungry. Thank you. So please feel free and begin.
say my fears. traditional indigenous territories on which we gather. By learning, understanding, and acknowledging we wish to pay respect to Turtle Island, Mother Earth, and the rich traditional indigenous territories across Ontario. We also wish to acknowledge that...
Bonjour à tous. Dans l'esprit et les passions des recommandations de la Commission de vérité et de réconciliation, nous reconnaissons les territoires autochtones traditionnels sous lesquels nous réunissons au pays. En apprenant, en comprenant et en reconnaissant, nous souhaitons rendre hommage au Turtle Island, terre-mère et la riche histoire autochtone de l'Ontario. Nous reconnaissons.
We just stick around here.
All right, now on the next stage of the event, we have a wonderful saxophonist going to be coming to the stage. So now, everybody, let's do a proper round of applause for our saxophonist, Toby Lemaitre. So, to present our keynote speech is Reverend Chutsukoye, also known as Barrister Chutsukoye. Reverend Chutsukoye started his legal career in Nigeria in 1990 as a young lawyer. In 1998, he became licensed to practice in the United Kingdom, where he achieved 3 judicial presidents. He later became licensed to practice law in the Republic of Ireland, where he more recently became licensed to practice law in Canada after completing a master's degree in law at the University of Toronto. He's actually the only lawyer I know that is licensed to practice law in 3 continents.
I want to appreciate all of you for coming here today and welcome you to the BDN 2024 ceremony. And it's been quite a journey to get here. And I can tell you, I am delighted to have everyone. I want to also appreciate and honor the past recipients in 2022 and 2023, the BDN recipients that are here. Thank you again for sharing your amazing story with us. So people who heard your story sent their gratitude for the hope you restored in them. And I join them to thank you. Thank you for coming. I will now turn to the 15 recipients we have this evening. I start by saying thank you for sharing your remarkable stories of your life journey. It's already begun its work. It's refreshing to find in all the stories that despite the challenges of life and circumstances presented by a strong green life, you all prevailed. You continue to move forward and upward. Please know that because you persevered and prevailed, despite all that could have stopped you, many people can now hope again.
Now let's get started. The first presenter today will be Mr. Kenneth Dunkley. So let's give a round of applause to Mr. Dunkley.
Good evening. This recipient exemplifies resilience and achievement. Since 2013, he has navigated the media industry with creativity, and as a senior writer, host, producer, and inclusive content lead and sportsman, he has overcome racism and championed Canada BIPOC community. His dedication to inclusion and diversity, along with his accolades like the RTDNA Canada Award and 2023 Amnesty International Canada Media Award, highlight his contribution. His journey from facing discrimination to becoming a beacon of hope shows the power of leveraging strength. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulations to Donovan Bennett, the 2024 BDA recipient for resilience, commitment, and achievement in sports journalism.
From high school music teacher to trailblazing professor, this award-winning educator has overcome systemic barriers with remarkable resilience. He pursued a contemporary music diploma as one of only 2 black students in a program of 200, and completed his undergraduate, master's, and doctoral degrees in music education, often as the only black student in his cohort. This fueled his determination to integrate black genres like hip-hop and gospel into the curriculum. As a high school teacher, he faced racism and discrimination for diversifying his music classes, but persevered, becoming the first black music educator to receive the Juno Award for Music Counts Teacher of the Year. Now, as an assistant professor of music education and director of University of Toronto Faculty of Music Gospel Choir, he continues to inspire and shape the future of music education. His goal is to ensure that future generations of black music students see themselves represented in music education. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the inspiring Darren Hamilton, recipient of the BDA 2024 Award for Resilience, Commitment, and Achievement in Music Education.
From growing up in a single-parent household in public housing to being named one of the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women and 100 most influential Black Canadians, her story is a testament to her unstoppable spirit. She exemplifies focus, resilience, and determination. Her awards and recognitions are as follows: Woman Who Rocks Award for Hamilton 2019, Leading Women, Leading Girls Building Community Award 2020, 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women 2022, Reverend John C. Holland Award for Merit, Top 100 Black Women to Watch for 2022, Community Impact Award from the Women in Niagara Council of the Greater Niagara Chamber of Commerce, 100 Most Influential Canadians of 2023 to 2024 from Afro-Global Television. And she's wrapping one more up today. She is currently one of 8 citizenship judges in Canada. Following her application, the Law Society of Ontario changed their rules so that paralegals can receive the Lincoln Alexander Award. She received the Lincoln Alexander Award from the LSO in 2021, the first and only paralegal ever to receive this recognition in awards in the nearly 20-year history. She also served as the Manager of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion at Mohawk College and a Just Facility faculty member at Queen's University Law School. For recipients of resilience, commitment, and achievement in overcoming adversity.
well. From the streets of Scarborough to a beacon of hope, our next BDA recipient has worn many hats. Creative producer, director, spoken word artist, writer and motivational speaker. Her journey, marked by resilience, transformed personal challenges into platforms for change. As a first-generation Canadian, she faced relentless prejudice, battling racism, sexism and bullying. She began community work early, organizing events to empower marginalized voices and provide resources for success. Despite being the only or first Black woman in many spaces, she persevered, using these experiences to level the playing field. Her accolades include establishing STEM Works, a tutoring and mentorship program for Black youth, and founding Made Well Productions to realize BIPOC visions. Her story is about using experiences to empower others, creating platforms for marginalized voices, and inspiring countless individuals to pursue their dreams. Recipient of the BDA 2024 Award for Resilience, Commitment and Achievement in Innovative Arts and Community Service. Let's give her a round of applause.
This award recipient's passion for storytelling ignited in elementary school, where she won the Lunch with Robert Lunch contest. This early victory led to the award-winning blog, co-hosted radio show, and accolades including the Best Blogger Award for 2014 Black Canadian Awards. Despite facing racism, sexism, and personal challenges, she has shown remarkable resilience. Her experiences with depression and anxiety taught her the importance of openness and seeking support. Today she stands as a beacon of strength, having secured a 2-book deal with Penguin Canada. Her first book, The Book of Possibilities, will be released in April 2025. Please join me in celebrating Bee Kwame, recipient of the 2024 BDA Award for Resilience, Commitment, and Achievement as a media personality and public speaker.
Some may want to watch more of that, but we just want to get on with things we want to do today. And that is, I know you're still having dinner, but as I said before, the purpose of this meeting is just to meet and greet, because we had loads of people on that day. We did not get to say hello to one another. Some couldn't stay till the end, and we thought we were going to have this opportunity to meet those who can attend. It was said earlier that a couple of people couldn't make it. We had someone with a very bad story about things that happened to the student, and she's in a bad place. One of the students was shot, and she just couldn't get out because of that. And one of the recipients had other concerns that she ended up in hospital. There are many things that can make things not happen the way we want it. After they said they were coming, last-minute development. So we are very pleased and thanking God you're able to make it, those who are here. There are lots of things that could have hindered this opportunity, but we're going to make the best of it. And what I want us to do is to introduce ourselves to one another. I mean, I know as well that we did not have, I think it's Dr. Floyd. He couldn't make it on that day. He's here today. I knew you had one of those last-minute developments that meant you couldn't come, but we're happy to have you today. We have about 5 recipients today, and when it's time, you're going to be able to tell us more about where you are with things, what you're doing, what your plans are, or if not, what you have done before. We just want to get to understand the skills we all possess and how we can tap into one another's ability or work together in some ways to make things happen, because that is what it is. We are keen to help our community to leverage on the opportunity God has given us to be who we are, because so many people may want to be us, but they can't. They've tried so hard, they never got there. But if we sense that the Lord has actually blessed us with a lot of capabilities, we can only be greater if we put it together. So I thought this informal opportunity will help us to get to know what we do more. And by all means, if you want to exchange numbers, do so. What I want to see happen is for you to be able to pick your phone and call one person and say, hey, how are you doing? This is what I'm doing. Are you interested? I just want to kind of get the recipients to know that they are together. We are the same people. And that way we can break the barriers of protocol and get to reach each other at informal levels without thinking it, and be able to leverage on those opportunities that we have, getting to know each other and getting to meet each other. And there's no particular way of doing it, but I'm going to say if anybody wants to go first introducing oneself. Now I'm starting something that will not work. Okay. Let me think about another formula. Is anybody willing to go first? Perhaps they will say you go first. Okay. I've got a volunteer. Please, let's clap for our sister Shade for going first.
Once again, good evening, everyone. My name is Shade Ahive. I would say I'm the organizing manager for Black Diamond Awards, and I'm happy to have everyone here. I'm an IT professional. That's what I do. I work in network securities and stuff like that. But community is very important to me. This organization is a non-for-profit organization, and I love to serve. So that is one of the things that make me tick. I don't mind running around and doing stuff, because one thing about life is that it's not just about us. It's about giving back also. So I'm happy to be here this evening, and I'm happy to see everyone here. I hope we all enjoy what we're eating, and that's it. So there are other members of our team here. So I guess I'll ask for somebody else on this team to come forward and introduce themselves. So the next person should be ready after Dr. Isabel.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabel. My name is Isabel Okoye. I am Reverend Chuk's wife. I am a scientist by profession. I've worked as a research scientist for about 18 years. I've also lectured at McMaster University, and I'm one of the organizing committee members for the Black Diamond Awards. It's been a pleasure getting to hear all your stories. You know, you're all very inspiring, and we really look forward to holding this event on a yearly basis. And I think this year's, well, I'm talking from my own, this is my own opinion, but I think this year's recipients really inspired me. And, you know, just reading your stories, learning about your stories just makes me want to be a better person, makes me want to push through my challenges. So, well, welcome, and it's glad to see all of you again. Thank you.
Are we allowed to clap?
Yes. But I want my clap after hers.
Let's clap again.
Thank you. Thank you. The other members of the Black Diamond Awards Committee. Can the next person come up, please? Can Mr. Folu Akinduni come up, please? Then after Folu. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everybody. Very happy to see all of you here. My name is Folu Akinduni. I'm a real estate investor as well as a realtor. And one of my passions and what gives me joy is helping individuals and families get into their first homes, as well as their first investment property, and then helping and advising them from there to build on that in order for them to build generational wealth. I'm also one of the sponsors of the Black Diamond Award, and I'm very happy to do so because our goals and mission align together, and I'm happy to continue doing that, because as Pastor Shade said, community is very important, and just hearing everybody's stories and seeing what they've been through and never giving up is very, very inspiring to all of us. And I think we can all learn from each other and apply all of that in our individual lives and goals and future plans. So hope to talk to each and every one of you after, and yeah.
Thank you, Folu. We're going to have another member of our team and just give a brief introduction. Okay. Who's coming up next? Thank you. After Kamsi, can the next people get ready? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hope you're all having a good evening so far. Thank you all for coming. My name is Kamsi. I'm part of the BDA team. I help in tech along with my brother, Tonna. So that's how we help in this initiative. I'm also a personal trainer. That's what I do. I'm also a CDF trader, and I also do financial advising, so that's what I do for work. And on my spare time, I like sports. I like football, soccer. That's what they call it here. I'm from the UK, so I call it football. So I like basketball as well, so that's what I like to do in my spare time. And I also like to spend time with friends and family. So yeah, that's who I am, and I'm glad you're all here. I look forward to talking to all of you and getting to know you more. And hopefully we can work together to build this initiative. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Kamsi. Can we have, who's coming up next? We have Honor. After we're done with the team, we're going to have the recipients also come forward.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ona Okoye, so that's my brother who just spoke, and Reverend Chooks is my dad. And I'm on the BDA team. I help with the planning and wherever I can. And what I do is, I recently just finished my master's in health administration, and I am an aspiring medic or doctor. So right now I'm kind of just working in the healthcare space. I am looking for leadership positions, and in my spare time, I enjoy traveling, reading, writing, all that good stuff. So anyway, that's me, and thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope to get to know all of you more. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have the next person, please? I'm waiting. I know you're coming.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chisom Okoye. Again, that was my sister and my brother. Reverend Chooks is my dad. I want to thank you all for being here. More about myself, I have a degree in business administration, so I would say I'm a very business-minded person. I am looking to start a business, but still brainstorming ideas. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. But I want to thank you all for being here, and I am very excited and interested in knowing more about you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have...
Hello, everybody. My name is Tonna Okoye. I am the youngest of the three that came before me. So I'm Reverend Chooks' dad as well. Son, sorry. More about myself. I'm currently a student studying film. I graduate in 2 years from now. And in my spare time, I enjoy making content, I enjoy making videos. I'm an aspiring filmmaker, actor, director, creative, whatever it's called these days, but anything in the creative sector I enjoy doing. Other than that, I'm into fitness, working out, sports, football, not soccer, football, basketball, etc. And yeah, I'm part of the Black Diamonds Awards as the cameraman and as a tech operator. For those who were there, you probably saw me running around between cameras and desks and stuff like that. But yeah, and I hope everybody has a good evening and we can all connect with one another. Thank you.
Thank you, Tonna. Okay, now we have, we want the recipient here to come here and tell us your name. Also, if you've come with a guest, don't forget to introduce your guests also. Tell us about your occupation, your thoughts on the awards, and any other thing you want to share with us today. So, volunteers, please, and thank you. Is Rev going to volunteer first? Oh, sorry, Reverend Chooks, the president of the organization.
She forgot me. Right, okay. I'm happy to have all of you. This is one of those occasions when you feel like that saying, you don't know how high you can fly until you start flying. You've got to spread your wing and fly. When I got the initiative to do the Black Diamond Award, I never thought it would blossom. And we had about 450 people last time. The first effort was about 200, and we thought, and people were saying, no, we want this, we want it to continue. And it came from the side of things that most of the awards want to celebrate excellence and height attained. I took the view that given the same opportunity, people might achieve the same result. But people are not looking at the challenges people went through to get to where they are, because I find that pertinent, especially in this troubling and challenging world. Many people thought they are the only people going through stuff. And I thought if people are going to share their story, maybe somebody will regain hope. Somebody will be rekindled and thinking, if this one made it, I can make it too. And that is the message of Black Diamond Award. And that's what we have conveyed to people repeatedly. Some of the recipients may know that we requested from them, if we called you to come and talk to people, would you do that? And they said they will do that, because we don't want it to finish in the big hall, in the black tie event. We want to impact lives, to touch others, and to get them leverage on the challenges we overcame, and kind of hear how we did it. And that way, they don't need to reinvent the wheel. So I'm glad to say that one of the joy and benefit I get is that not always you see all your children keying into an initiative. So, but they bought into the mission, and they are running with it. And for me, it's the best benefit I'll get, and it's exciting to see how keen they are to get Black Diamond Awards to happen year by year. And I just started with that because I was kind of touched by hearing them speak this evening. But professionally, as you may have heard, I'm a lawyer by profession. And the MC said, I'm the only lawyer he knows that is qualified in 3 continents. Actually, what he meant is because I'm qualified in 3 countries that are from different continents. First was in Nigeria and the United Kingdom, where I practiced law for many years. Of course, you probably noticed these ones were born in the UK. That's why they call soccer football. And then coming to Canada, I then qualified as a lawyer as well in Canada, and has a law firm as well, apart from being a pastor, because that's my vocation. I thought I wouldn't get to do that. That's probably most challenging things I have done or doing. Practicing law is an easy one, but if you ever be a pastor, you will understand what I mean. That's one of the challenging things to do. But when the hand of God is on you and you're saying, please let me go, and you say you're not going anywhere, then you're stuck. The earlier you begin to bow down and cave in, the better. So over the years, I was finding it difficult to do that. And after I turned 50 years old, I said to God, okay, now I surrender. So I am new to ministry, and this place is our humble place of service because we are new. But one thing we do is that we are not a church that lock door and pray. We are a church that go out and touch life. I took that stance because there are many churches that simply want to go and pray, but I thought, no, I have a lot more to offer to people than lock door and pray. So that is why we came up with this project, Black Diamond Awards, and there are many more we do. When I saw somebody like Dr. Hamilton, I got excited as well, because I started telling myself, maybe in a miraculous way, God is working out something, because part of the next move we're going to be doing is to embark on the music of Black origin. And we are thinking it and researching it and working on it so that we can harness the young artists of Black origin, those who are singing Black songs but are struggling to find a way to escalate their talent. So we're going to begin the award for Music of Black Origin Award. And that is intended to pull them out and let the people know they've got something. Who knows? That may be the breakthrough they are waiting for. So we're hoping to engage with that much more. And perhaps some of the talents in the house will be interested in partnering with us to make that happen. So in my ordinary day activities, I do law cases, different type of law, but it's minimal now because I spend more time in legal, in pastoring the church, but I haven't left the profession. That's what brings the food on the table, you see. So I still have that happening. But also, as you may hear during the event, we have Lawyers for Justice initiative, and that is part of my, if you may call it, giving back to the society initiative. Because what I do with that is to tell my colleague, the lawyers I know, and say, look, don't give us money as a church, don't donate. What I want you is to donate your time. And I want you to give me the time so that if anybody needs legal service, you're going to do it free. So I've got a couple of them on the team who are ready to help. Of course, I am leading that initiative, and we want to give opportunity to our people to be able to know what they need to know, and then do the right thing and help themselves. Because I often say to people, sometimes it amazes me that the word of God didn't say, my people perish for lack of faith, but instead is they perish for lack of knowledge. And we thought we're going to have to give knowledge to people, especially legal knowledge, to be able to understand how things work and begin from the first step to do the right things and get it done. So, in a nutshell, I am a family man with 4 children and a wife. It's that woman that born all these people. It's not, I don't have 2 wives, you know, because she always gets excited. When they see me, they think, is that your daughter too? I say, no, that is not my daughter. And then I bring these children, and the people will be like, is she their mother? I say, yes, she's their mother. Sorry, sir. We thought it's your daughter. I say, no, it's not my daughter. It's my wife. And some of those that cheat nature. I can see some of them in the house anyway. I'm not going to point them. But she's one of them. It's a good thing. I want to appreciate all of you for coming, and we will get to talk on one-on-one basis and see where you are with things. And I will hand over to Pastor Shade to carry on with the moderating. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend. Okay, we're very happy to have, I think, 5 of our recipients here tonight. So it's now time for our recipients. I will appreciate if you volunteer to come up one at a time. Dr. Floyd, then followed by our sister there. Flyer will be next.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
I am delighted to be here and to be in your midst. I am also honored to have been a recipient of this, I call it a prestigious award. I'm here this evening with my wife, Lisa. She's right there. Lisa, could you just wave? So, okay, there she is. And I have to say that I am inspired by the work of this organization. And Reverend Chooks, I'm really, really happy to see the work that you're doing, and especially having all your children involved. I have to come and consult with you to find out how you do that. I've been trying to get 2 of my 2 kids to help me out, but I may have to talk to you about that. My work entails being a high-performance coach as well as a speaker, professional speaker, and I specialize in mindset and performance. I help high achievers use the power of the mind to become the best at what they do. Now, how did I arrive at this place? I was born in the island of Jamaica, and I had to repeat the 10th grade. I spent 2 years in the 10th grade in high school. I was suspended 3 times from high school. I was expelled once. However, I was able to make a shift in my mindset, and what happened that led me down this path was that I came from a very humble beginning. My parents could not read or write, and I came from a very poor background. And I interpreted that to mean that I was of no value. And so I found myself not believing in myself, and that took me down a path that created all kinds of problems for me. But my mindset was shifted from I can't to I can, and that changed my life forever. Consequently, I have gone on to be the first in my family to go to university, to get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a doctoral degree. And as a result of that, I've decided that if I can do it, others can do it as well. And so I've dedicated my life to help people tap into their potential and be the best that they can become. And so I feel very privileged, very honored to have been a recipient of this award. And so I'm here today just to celebrate with the others and hopefully to share a little bit of what I've gained along the way. So thanks again to the organizers, and I congratulate the recipients as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And next, so the next person, please prepare after her. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to the organizers of Black Diamond Awards for this honor. My name is Funlayo Buraimo. 6 years ago, I moved from Nigeria to Canada with my family. I'm here with my two boys, Ariel and Jeremy, grade 8 and grade 7. It's a pleasure to have them here. I realize that we're not always in settings where they see people who look like them, and I feel that they should be among people. I told them when we're coming that you meet other VIPs, and I want you to aspire for more. I think you'll be challenged. My husband and I were at the awards ceremony, and I was really, really encouraged by your message, Reverend Okoye, as well as the stories of other people. I think when my husband heard the other people's stories, and it's like, oh, I didn't know my wife was, because I was now put amongst them. So my story is, I came to Canada in 2018. I'm a researcher as well, so I'd really love to connect with you. I work with clinical trials, so that means trials for new drugs, new devices, new vaccines. We make sure we test them according to good clinical practice, ethically in people. So I manage that process. Of course, you know how healthcare is really complex. So it's a complex process trying to organize that, get the right people, get the right site, and things like that. So that's what I do professionally. And when I moved to Canada, I think I had about 4 options of what to do. Because of my background, I was just trying to narrow down to what I would do. So I ended up being in clinical trials, but I didn't find anyone who would speak with me about that. I went to places, church and things like that, and everybody would refer me to PSW because that was the closest thing that came to their mind whenever I said clinical research. And finally, I met one person, and she did a referral for me, and that changed my life. And I said I was going to do that for other people. So I started telling people, this is what you need to do, this is, and before you know it, I started having, instead of posting the message to like 4 or 5 people that asked me, I said, let's just form a group. I can't keep answering. And then before you know it, the group started growing, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, started organizing like monthly programs, trying to tell people this is what you need to do to excel in this skill. In between that, COVID happened. In between that, a lot of people, especially the healthcare professionals, wanted to move from Nigeria here, and a lot of them were finding it difficult trying to settle in either pharmacy or medicine. So this was me trying to educate them. These are options because the clinical research industry is is a niche industry that doesn't have an educational path to go into. Anybody who learns good clinical practice can actually come into the path. So I, started doing all that. Of course, it became so big and I couldn't manage it. It was, administrative intensive. And, we had volunteers over and over that would come. And in the midst of everything, I started my PhD. So then it really became quite, challenging trying to manage my first, my first assignments, manage school, and then manage the organization. So right now, we are now just about a LinkedIn group. We're about, I think we're about 175 or thereabout. And then, we just share information about the industry, things to help people. I would say a lot more of what we are is a lot of what we have already done. We had at a point over 60 people getting jobs through, this referral process or through speaking and educating people. So I'm very happy and, very glad. And it makes me glad to know that when people come into Canada, for example, in Ontario, they have people to talk to about clinical research. I think that's one thing. People, not just people that are Black or people that are colored, that they can talk about clinical research. I even work closely with the Cameroon community because, it started growing. People really wanted to know what to do and things like that. And it's inspired me to also go further in my doctorate to think more about how to increase participation of Black people in clinical trials. I mean, we come with a lot of baggage, especially with what happened, in the US with regard to some of the trials that happened. And of course, we're not very used to trials in Nigeria. If I ask everyone here who's, been involved in a clinical trial, I can imagine a number of people. But the problem is that we do not have representation when it comes to disease, when it comes to actually treating our disease. So you may be using, say, I'm just going to put, aspirin, for example. We need that representation in the trials to ensure that it actually works properly for us. So that's what I'm advocating in my dissertation. I'm trying to increase the participation of trials, of clinical trials globally, both amongst Black people and also in Africa. So I want to say thank you so much for this award, and thanks for hearing my story.
Thank you. That's pretty neat. Thank you so much. We're going to have the next recipient. Volunteer, you can come up.
Good evening, everyone. So thank you, PDA, for the award. It really is an honor to be among such amazing people. So my name is Tenny, and I have a company called Making the Move. It all started in 2013, when my partner at that time, my boyfriend, my first love, was struggling with job search. He finished from school, we went to McMaster University together. He did engineering, and then right after school, he wasn't able to get employment, despite the fact that he had Canadian education or whatever, and he also had co-op experience. So it took him about 3 years after that to secure employment, and then he eventually moved and got a job. Anyways, second person that I had to deal with that job search issue was my sister. She finished her master's, did her undergrad, master's, finished school, took another 3 years to get a job. So that was 6 years of my life dealing with depressed people. And I saw how, the toll of not having a source of income, not having an identity, as we will put it. No matter what anybody says about your job not being your identity, it is your identity. Because when people ask you, what do, you don't have anything to say. So I saw how that played on both of them. And I wanted to solve something. So right from there, even though I didn't have Making the Move at that time, I would always make it a point to support someone that I would see struggling in the job search journey, because I had it easy. Fast forward to 2020, during the pandemic, I had received a call from someone, talking about his job search woes. He had moved from Nigeria, and he was underemployed, and wasn't working in a field that he would see himself working in. So I said, you know what, how about you send me a copy of your resume and let me take a look at it. And I looked at it and I said, my brother, you're not going to get the job you want because this resume is not making sense. It's not making sense. I do understand that there's inequity in the system. However, you need to be positioned well for the job that you're looking for. So in that moment, I said I'm going to start making the move where we're going to help newcomers of African descent with career transition. And I've leveraged the skills that I've used over the years, the last 10 years of my working life in Canada, to help support these newcomers. So there are 3 things that we do. The first one is career coaching. So we have a career coaching platform. We have coaches that help support with resume interview, basically your overall branding so that you're ready for the world of work. And then the second bit is what we call the Making the Move chat series, where we bring in industry professionals to talk about their line of work so that people begin to learn, okay, these are ways that this individual was able to navigate the system, and it also helps them to network with them. So that's the second thing we were solving, was creating a network for our people, because if you're new to the country, you have to build your network from scratch. And the last bit is we have information sessions with companies. So we work with companies like KPMG, EY, Royal Bank of Canada, Scotiabank, Clinique, to help information sessions and to help them meet with hiring managers and recruiters. So those are things that we're really tackling. And one thing that we also add is our well-being section, where we talk about mental health, because it's a big thing for me, how to support your mental health and how to really build yourself financially. So I love that you mentioned that you love helping people secure their first or next property. We have sessions on that as well, so we'll probably connect with you after. Because once people get their jobs, we want to ensure that you're thriving in all the other areas of your life. So that's more or less what we do, and we've helped support thousands of newcomers, and looking to do much more in the coming future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We need more. We still have more recipients that I'm waiting for them to come up. Okay, Dr. Hamilton. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Darren Hamilton, and I am an assistant professor of music education at the University of Toronto. And I've been involved in education for, this is actually my 17th year of teaching. It's actually very, I didn't plan to become a teacher, which is very interesting about my journey. When I started pursuing music and I had a passion for music in my teens, I had a desire to be a recording artist, songwriter, producer. And so I went to school for music, and one of the things that I quickly discovered going to university was that that the music that I enjoyed, a lot of the black music that I enjoyed was like R&B and gospel, was not being represented in schools. And so it was very discouraging going through my educational journey, and it was a lot of ups and downs navigating the music education space as I tried to figure out where I fit in a place that didn't look like me, and where the music didn't represent me, and where I didn't see a lot of black teachers. And so a lot of my work has been surrounding the inclusion of black music genres in the curriculum. I was involved a few years ago in creating a resource called Black Music Matters, Hip Hop and Social Justice in Canada, with Music Counts, which is the charitable organization associated with the Juno Awards. And through that resource, I was able to partner with Music Counts to create a resource that is highlighting hip-hop music, Canadian hip-hop music from Canadian black artists, with its intersections with themes of social justice and focusing on themes of social justice. And creating a resource to help educators, regardless of their training and their background, to be able to bring hip hop into the classroom. So that's one of the projects I've been involved in over the last couple of years. What I'm probably most proud of in terms of my accomplishments is starting the curricular gospel choir course at the University of Toronto, which was something that I did in 2019 when I started my doctoral studies at U of T. And that course has been running for 5 years now. We just had this past academic year, the CBC did a documentary on my programming there. And so being able to to work on the inclusion of Black genres in the curriculum is something I'm very passionate about, and I've been working very hard to ensure that continues to happen. My most recent project, I was recently awarded a research grant from U of T, and so this year I'm embarking on a research project looking at the benefits and perceptions of curricular gospel programs from the angle of students who have been participating in these programs. Here in Canada, we only have 3 post-secondary institutions that are offering gospel music at the public post-secondary level, which is York University, Humber College, and my institution, U of T. And so I will be talking to students who have been involved in those programs throughout the course of this year, both current students and former students, to explore how have they benefited from being involved in those curricular gospel programs, not just musically, but also socially, mentally, and also looking at it from the angle of how have these curricular programs benefited Black students who may have previous experience with gospel music and now have the opportunity to further explore that because of the curricular program being in existence, as well as non-Black students who may not know anything about Black culture, but because of the existence of the curricular gospel program, they're having an opportunity to learn not only about Black culture, but also about this particular genre of music and all of the stylistic nuances of it. And so my hope is that this research will become a springboard for many other institutions across Canada, across the US, perhaps globally, to be able to have data to see that this is something that is good for students, both Black students and students of all cultural backgrounds, and that this will help to ensure that there are more of these types of programs being implemented in post-secondary institutions. And so that's what I've been up to. Thank you. And thank you to, oh yes, I want to introduce my wife, Vanessa Hamilton, who's here with me tonight. And I'd also like to take a moment to thank the organizers of the Black Diamond Awards for all that you're doing in the community with this award, and I'm very honored to have been selected to be one of the recipients this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton. Okay. We have another recipient coming up to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Sade. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you for what you're doing in the community. It's quite impressive. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Hippolyte Assa, originally from Cameroon. If I see we're mix here. That's good. I like the networking, the mixture, and the diversity. Really great, especially among us, the Black community. I'm an IT professional for probably the last 16 years. I've been an IT professional. I remember knowing started very early on. We were both in IT, and I was still navigating, trying to figure out. But I've been a consultant. I've consulted for many companies in the community, in the area. Bell, RBC, you name it, University of Waterloo. A lot of these companies around here have consulted with them as an IT professional. Given my experience, I'm moving into the trajectory of IT and everything technology, moving into the IT AI space. Currently, I created an IP and an AI app called WorksCore.ai. It's a startup. We just launched a startup, and currently we're looking for funding. Funding is a challenge, especially for the Black community. Funding is always a challenge, but we're hopeful that the program is going to move forward and we're going to get funding. But that notwithstanding, as a community, I've been a community leader in the area for quite a while. Some of our community programs are really geared towards helping. I remember our friend had talked about helping newcomers who come into the area and they are trying to find a foothold. We currently have a program called DHR Life. I'm the chairman of the board of directors for DHR Life. What this program is mainly involved in helping families who've lost their loved ones. So coming from Africa, and we normally, our culture doesn't prepare for unforeseen circumstances like death. We realize many people in our community, they don't have life insurances. They don't know about life insurance. They don't know how to prepare. They have breadwinners, maybe single income earners. They don't prepare for such things. And if such things happen, they find it difficult to navigate the system. They don't know where to go to. So we with DHR Life, we provide the first call to assistance with no questions asked. So all members register. The US and Canada, what happens if you lost a loved one or somebody dies or whatever happened. What we do is we provide an immediate assistance of up to $16,000. That permits you maybe get any arrangements in the funeral home, get you sorted out. Maybe if you want to, some people want to take the family member back home, it provides that immediate assistance. Most of us, when this happens, we don't have that amount of money saved. So what we do is we come together as a community and we contribute. So we're a network of communities across Canada, from west to east, going right to St. John's. We have networks of communities that are linked together, and when this happens, they support the family and they can help the bereaved member. So that's what we do with DHR Life, and we continue to grow. We've been helping. That community has been existing now for about 3 years. It's growing, and we hope it grows to a certain extent where we can provide funding even up to $20,000. That's our goal. But right now, the goal is to get to $16,000. I'm equally the chairman of a group called the Investor Club. We do a lot of things here. It's mostly about financial empowerment, financial awareness. What's happening is that, and equally education, especially in the financial sector. A lot of us Africans, especially when they move here, they don't know about credit card, credit history, how to build a credit score, what to get all this navigating, RSP. A lot of these things they are not aware. We build from our experience, because when we moved here, it was so difficult with questions. Why do I need a credit card? Why would the bank give me a credit card? Questions like that. And why do I need to build a credit history? Well, I just want to buy my car. I want to take a bank loan. All these questions, we have them on how to buy a first home. So, so far, Investor Club has done for the last 6 years. A lot of the members who were members of this club, they probably have at least 3 homes, and help a lot of first-time home buyers. Today I was just out, and somebody was a doctor who just came about 2 years ago, and he was thanking me. I said, without you, it would not have been possible. I need to talk to you. I had to rush here because I couldn't talk to you. We had to have a discussion, because he said, okay, you know what? I'm saving, I have some money. I need to know where to put that money. I've bought my home now. I was just asking him, how is your home? Do you enjoy your place? He was like, thank you very much. Without you, it would not have been possible. And he was telling me, okay, next time I have some money coming, I need to know what to do with that money. I was saying, do you know about tax-free savings account? He says, no. Do you know about RSP? He said, okay, let's talk about that. Next time we need to talk about that, because I need to secure that money. So a lot of us in the community walk around, we don't know that people are having some of these challenges, how to save money, how to move forward, and maybe job issues. At the Investor Club, we probably make a transaction monthly of about $500,000 every month that exchange hands, tax-free savings. It's a tax-free. Some of you may know it. We have, you may know it if you're from Nigeria. Maybe we have Susu, or for us we have Janki, French people call it Tonting. We have all these grouped into one. We have a loan program where members, if they are faced with some emergencies and you turn around, your sister doesn't have $1,000 or $2,000, you come to the club, your group, and you have a way of lending out that money. And we are moving over now to trying to find probably real estate financing in such a way that people can have private loans if they go to the bank. Nowadays, you find out when you get to the banks are giving the price of homes in especially Ontario, they usually approve you below the limit, right? Homes are probably average of $1 million to 800 to $1 million, but most families are getting approved for maybe 700, 600, 800. Where do they get the extra money from? So we're trying to bridge that gap. We understand the challenge they face. We're trying to bridge that gap and say, you know what, come here, we're going to work out a program for you. We're currently working out a program where they could have that bridge. I will try to do this above and below the radar, really guaranteeing our income, because given the system, it's quite challenging. We notice that other communities are coming together and building assets for themselves, but us, we don't have that ability, we don't have the skills, we don't have the know-how, or we don't know how to do it. We just find people who earn a lot more below than we do, or find them buying homes, find them building income, or find them building their assets. So we have to come together and build that up. So far, we've been doing a great job with the Investor Club. It's been great so far. We haven't had any challenges with defaulting, but we want to keep on moving together and want to professionalize some of the skills. What we're doing is a lot of human resources. So again, coming back to my background, that's what I do in the community and many other things in the community. I mean, I'm equally a real estate investor, as you can see, that pushed me into real estate, where I'm running homes. I have a few homes from the horseshoe. I have a few homes and apartments that are invested in, or that I'm part of, or that I own. And a lot of people come to me and say, what's the secret? The more I talk to some of these people, the more I learn how they do it. There are many ways in how to achieve this, whether you're a low-income earner, high-income earner. Some of the people meet me and say, well, if I had met you, if I had joined the club maybe 2 years ago, I should have been in my home now, but because I wasn't aware. I equally learned from the mistakes I made, from things that I wasn't aware of. But coming back to my profession as an IT professional, it's something that a lot of people, I keep saying, some people have contacted me even after we met at the award, and they say, well, I want to do this, I want to get into this. I keep telling them, well, you know, it's a dynamic world. We need people that are hardworking. It keeps changing. It's not stagnant, and it's not something you come into it and feel like this is just you want to make money and then you go ahead. Nothing good comes easy. So I tell them. So as a mentor, I tell them, advise them. And again, a lot of people need referrals, and I remember one of our sisters was talking about referrals. We need those things. A lot of the people coming to our community, they don't know referrals. They are like, I've had 3 or 4 people contact me. They say, well, it's challenging to get a job. It's challenging to get referrals. It's challenging to be recommended. But how do we succeed? It's difficult, it's challenging. We'll have to come together as a community to help each other. So that's the vision we have. There's a lot of work in our community, but we want to keep moving. We're not giving up. I'm a mentor to a lot of people, especially first people who have their first jobs. I try to find out the skills they have, what they want to do, and if I know people like our sister that we mentioned about careers in clinical research, that's a network we need right here to talk. Hopefully we'll have to talk together and see how we can send people over in that field of clinical research. A lot of our African brothers and sisters, they come here, coming back especially from Cameroon, we know just, well, government is the main employer. We know 1 or 2 professions. Either you're a teacher, you're a doctor, or probably you're a government agent somewhere. That's it. You come to Canada here, they say the field is wide. You could go to clinical research, you could go to maybe medical research, medical technician, things. There's so much, but because of our people are limited in the way they think, from where they come from, it's a challenge for them to navigate the system. So I want to take this opportunity again to thank Reverend again and Shadi for bringing up this program, and that this is a step in the right direction, and we hope to make it really grow and go far. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hippolyte. I've known Hippolyte for a number of years, and I think when he first came to Canada, it's a gathering of a lot of us, immigrants, but we're grateful for every opportunity that we have here. Reverend.
So I listened to all your introductions. I didn't say enough, so I want to, say a bit more. So I just say I'm a personal trainer, and my business is Eternal Fitness. And for us, our goal is to help people make a healthy lifestyle a permanent lifestyle. So one thing I've noticed in this community is that, we like to eat, I guess. We all like to eat, but we don't spend enough time caring about our health and caring about how we can impact each other and help each other increase our health. So one thing we're doing is trying to make that, something we care about and something we put into practice. So that's one thing I'm doing. I'm also a CFD trader. So I started doing that in 2020. So that's like Forex kind of thing, but NASDAQ, US 30, stuff like that. So we're doing that, and it's been successful so far. But recently, things have been going the best way we would have expected it to go, but we're making progress to overcome that. So that's something we're working on. I'm also now into financial advising, life insurance, health insurance, things like that. So yeah, I'm learning more about that, hoping to connect with Polite about that as well. So that's something, I want to progress forward in that. And yeah, so if you want to get in good shape, increase your health, feel free to connect with me, and I can for sure help you out. So thank you.
Thank you, Kamsi. Does any other person have anything to say? The floor is open. Okay, we're going to give it to Rev now.
Thank you, everyone. I want to say we still have a lot of food here. In case you want to go for more food, we still have a lot. We have an instructor here, so if you eat a lot, he will help you burn it. So I'm sure he's going to do that free. It's in the house. So for today's food, free to burn it. That's the deal. Right. We want to, very soon we will get to the point where we have to present the award to Floyd here today, because he wasn't able to make it on that day. Something came up in the family, and he wasn't able to make it. And since then, he's been planning to come and get it, and this event became an opportunity for him to come and receive it. But before we do that, I want to also mention that, you see, we have stages of BDA. The first one is what we've done, which is to give an award to the recipients. Part of the strategy is that the next step is going to be the recipient of the award I call the Diamond of Diamonds. And this is going to involve a TV program. The reason I'm throwing it out there is those of you who may have contacts or people we can work with, because it's something I'm passionate about, and I want to have, if I may call it, a reality event where all the recipients are automatically members of the project in terms of being selected, because what that will be is to give us the people you grew up with, people who can talk about you. And we want to interview them and know what makes you you, and how you evolve, and what they can say about you, and reference they can give you, what type of person would they say you are, what makes you tick. We want to have that, and the idea is we want to have that projected on air. We don't want to, we've done the award, that is to say you got what it takes to be the Diamond of Diamonds. So that it's going to be something we need sponsors, because we're working on getting people who will sponsor the airtime and then sponsor the recipient award, because it's going to be something we intend to showcase all the good stories that you've shared, but then get the audience to vote on whose story is the best. And to do that, we want to visit Jamaica. and go and speak to people you grew up with. We want to visit where you were born and how you evolve. We want to speak to somebody there. We want to record it and we want to show it on air. We want to get people say, yes, I know this man and this is the way he evolved, and I'm amazed where he is, or I am not surprised where he is. So that way we are reaching a larger audience where we are able to get them connected to the story they are hearing, because somehow we are in each other's story. Somehow we are. I mean, talk about immigrants. We all came here from somewhere. You may be born here, but your parents came from somewhere. So somehow we connected. And the fact that we're all black people is simply a massive connection, because nobody cares to know whether you're Jamaican black or African black or Togo black or Nigeria. You're a black man. That's all it is. What they see is what they are reacting to. And that way we got to have to form that synergy and know that we're in this together. If you don't tell your story, someone else will tell it for you. And he's not going to tell it the way you want it to be told. That's for sure. Because you're the only one who is expert in your own story. Someone can try to clone it, but it's not going to be as good as it should be if you tell it. And the area you want to emphasize may not be their interest. So the whole process of this drive is to tell our story. And then connect more to the larger community. I must say that this particular last event has been opening more doors, because 2 days ago, I had an officer from Peel Police came here to see me. And what he said is that we know about what you do in the community and we want to be part of it. I said, what do you want to do? He said next event they want to have a table from Peel Police. And they want to get police officers, black police officers, connected. And perhaps somebody may have a story that will meet the standard and we recognize them. And he says, I am in charge of the community liaison in the police force. I mean, the point I'm getting at is that there is a lot of opportunity in coming together. And as we hear what you can do, I can already begin to see the connection being put together. And that's why I will urge us to connect more to one another and to this project as well, because we are going places with it. And you are, if I may say, the ambassadors already of Black Diamond Award, because you're already a recipient. And we will need your help in many ways. Please don't help for me to ask, because there are many things you know I don't know. And there are many networks you have I don't have. There are many opportunities you see I don't see. By all means, run it by me and say, hey, I think this is going to be good for this project. Can we explore that? I am open to any suggestion, and I am open to any way you want to connect to the project or indeed to one another. I can say that it's been a wonderful time hearing what you people do. I can see somebody already targeting someone to give them a job in this place. So our sister that work with immigrants and giving job, you're going to have your hand full. We're coming after you. Yeah, and of course the clinical people are already connecting each other, and that's an awesome thing. I am amazed that when my wife got here, she didn't call herself Dr. Isabel. But when I forget to say that, sometimes I get reminded. So of course she has a PhD in immunology. So it's part of those people that work in the lab, and sometimes I tell her, do you really work with ghosts or human beings? What do you do inside there? And she just look at me and walk away, because I cannot understand it. 24/7, they are locked in somewhere. playing with some things you don't understand. And one time her paper was published in one of the big science magazine, and she said to me, oh, I have a publication. I said, can I see it? And then she emailed it to me. And I have no clue what is in there. In fact, it was like Latin. And then I was seeing this cell, the dendritic cell or whatever. I just said, what is this? She said, you must read it. You asked me to send it. I had to beg her that I shouldn't be forced to read this. So that, I mean, I appreciate those skills because they are all peculiar. And all we need to do is to showcase one another in that way. And for the massive work Mr. Hamilton is doing, I mean, I saw your write-up earlier on and how you prevailed over family pushbacks to pursue your passion and took it to the level you did. I appreciate that resilience and what you have to go through in the school you worked, because you were trying to foster the awareness for music of black origin, more or less. And yet you didn't give up and have to leave locations to go accomplish these tasks. That's commendable, and we have to hear more of that. And I want to really appreciate that important work. And of course, we heard Floyd tell his own story, and Hippolyte, and all the recipients. We are amazed at all you do. Please, the purpose of this, I want to give room for us to have to get numbers and get to talk to one another, and therefore I will not prolong this talk. We have the next event coming, as I said earlier, that I'm working on the music of black origin as an award ceremony. And those people in your choir or interested, you see all the students, so there may be opportunity for you to actually push forward someone you think is very talented. We just want to have a public opportunity for these talents to be noticed. And the same with everyone here. I know some people sing in the choir, but was it Whitney Houston that started in the choir? Yeah. We know what that became, so we don't underestimate that. You just need an opportunity to break loose. And that's what we try to do, to create that platform. I was delighted to hear Hippolyte say that since the event, people have been calling him for one thing or the other. I know that must happen because he said that he gives money to people. When you go publicly and say you can make people get money, get unsecured loan, and all those stuff, you're going to get too many. In fact, you're lucky I haven't called you. I was going to call you too. I say, guy, well, how do you get this money that you talked about? But that's a good thing, what you're doing in the investment club and in other things you do. And now we have a realtor there as well. You guys are going to have a chat at some point. And I will have to hand over to Pastor Shade to guide me on the next thing. I think I'm depending on you now. The next thing is to present the award. So we're going to have to invite our Mr. Right. This award is presented to our own Floyd Spencer in recognition of your resilience and achievement and commitment to community service and people empowerment. Can you then come? Let's clap for him as he comes. Congratulations. We appreciate you. Please, let's clap for him again. Okay. Thank you. Yes. We have opportunity now to please relax, talk to one another. I am going to go around and get to talk to everyone. Nothing is formal here. Just feel free and laugh loud if you want. Thank you.
will stay hand over to
Most magic. Most magic.
Thank you.
Why did you say no? You think you can't see? You just shouted no.
Okay, let me bring it. Sorry.
They do actually, but my sister's Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. They meant to compile it. Okay, when she comes.
Medical student?
Yeah, well, future medical student.
Future medical student, future.
The interview, when we did that day, what did they do? They're supposed to interview. Okay, but he's asking for his own, no? Yeah. So when are you going to? Yeah, no, I did my master's in health administration, but I'm going to apply to medical school again. So I didn't get it. A couple times that I applied. Yeah. Oh no, I have PR, but my education there is for yeah. But no, I did my master's at Go.
So nice to see adult kids, especially adult kids supporting their dad. This is so amazing. I'm like, well, I hope my kids can like.
Salah was there too, remember?
Oh yeah? I couldn't make her out.
That was my son that did the MC for the event.
You know, they did not. I never introduced.
Then the one that sang, that's Sissy.
He introduced me. Like, he didn't come to me and say, oh, do you still remember? You like,
oh my goodness, yeah.
How do you expect me to make, if you met someone, did you see someone?
I saw someone.
But because it's so begin.
Casey, I would recognize Casey because Casey is someone I would never know.
Exactly, because it's so begin.
Yeah, never.
I went to do my master's to like go class. If I did my master's, they make me again. But I did the master's and still they do it. So now I know for sure that I have to. Yeah, they only have like they get like 2 faculties or like 2 universities per school. Yeah, and there's only like in Canada there's 17 schools. In Ontario there's only 5 medical schools. So you can imagine like each school gets like 2,000, 200 seats. So it's yeah. It's just marvelous. Like you could get straight A's, have experience, and they will still get so like you just don't know. Oh, wow.
depends on how they.
That's why I didn't get a chance to say hi.
Thank you. I mean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We didn't meet on that day.
Yeah, because I so happy to be there, but glad for the opportunity to meet you now.
That's why you play here among Africa.
Yeah.
But it's not alone.
You opened my eyes to a lot of things. Yeah. Especially when you talk about people come here, only thing they know
yeah, like back from home, the government oriented economy. If somebody wants to try to say, I want to come here, that's what I know. But then no, so many of them have helped so many start of their business that they want to thank you very much. Now we can have $30,000 a month, something I would not have dreamed of. I was thinking that I need to learn this and this, that. So no, you really have a skill. Your skill is funny. Expanding myself.
Yeah. Don't limit yourself in your mind.